Well, we've started doing a little slicing and dicing here. Show you what I've done. I took a piece here, cut out, went right in there. You can see how pitted that was. Really pretty bad. Sure, the thickness of the metal was reduced to about half probably. Anyway, we got a nice hunk that we're going to put right in here. I've got a gap there that I'm going to have to fill with weld, but we can do that. So anyway, that's the progress. Well, there you have it. That's one of the patches done. I tell you what, those flapper discs really do a nice job. So, one of many. Well, we're dissecting. Took a cross member off here. Goes right in there. You can see that big old hole. That's got to be fixed. So that bracket hanging down has got to come off. And then here was the other side where it mounted. And I've already cut a hunk out here. So we're going to leave this. I think this will be fine. None of it looks fantastic, but I can't replace the entire frame, so it would be kind of nice if I could find a frame. That was pretty pristine, but I don't. So that's where we're at. I think I already showed a picture of that. That's done. Of course, I've got a couple pieces I did a couple years ago. Right there's one of them, and then across the front here I did one. But I missed some spots. You can see daylight coming through. Yeah, there's some rust holes there, and there's one over here that I've got to do. Sorry for the shaky cam, but taking this thing off, I really buggered it up a little bit, so I've got to clean that up, straighten it, maybe do some reinforcing there. This one, I used the torches and I didn't want to, and I cut clear through all that, but this piece here wasn't that thick anyway, so I'm just going to zip it off, drill holes and replace that. And as you see up here, this piece here has got to be cut off too, and new steel put in. A lot of fabricating. Stay tuned. Well, we got a couple of the ends welded on. Looks a little bit better than it did. When you look at the bottom side here, it's kind of hard to see in the dark. Get you out here in the light a little bit more. Yeah, there you go. And that is kind of what that looked like. And so anyway, we got that one fixed. This one was real, half of it was, and it was pretty thin down in here too. So I just cut a piece out, fabricated, welded in, bent it and everything, and yeah. We got another piece here on the bottom we're going to do, but it's for another day. So I welded not only on the top, but I welded down on the bottom. So in both cases there. So we're getting there. Just ain't got it yet, right? Well, we're back with a continuation of the framework. This is going to be a series of clips. I'm not going to set this on a tripod and take you through it, what I'm doing. It just would take way too long. I'm not that quick. But it'll be a series of clips, so it'll be kind of jumpy, and you'll just have to, this is how I'm going to show it. But you can see there was a piece that I had to cut off and weld on, and let's see if I can show it here. Yeah, you can see how I cut that up, and it was all real punk. It wasn't rusted through like that hole behind it is, but it's getting bad, kind of like that. So anything that looks like that really bad, I'm cutting it off. And here's another area, the other side that I did. I basically welded in a piece all the way across here. The problem is that I took the old piece, laid it out, drilled holes, and then welded it on, set it in place, and only one of the holes lined up. So what I did for the top pieces, because I did the same thing, let's see if you can see underneath here. There you go. See that piece? I put the piece on, and then I just did not drill it. And fortunately, before I got too far along, I needed to make sure that this cross member was in the right spot. So what I did is this side is still, as you can see, has not been cut out and replaced. So I measured from the center line of this hole up to the front of this cross member with a tape. I got a dimension, and since I had already cut this piece out, I did not know exactly where this was going to be. It was pretty close, but I took right to the center of that hole up to the front, to that, it's actually part of the engine cross member there. Brought that back and made that dimension match the other side, clamped everything in place, and then I proceeded to drill the holes. That way it's exact. And that side is exact because I haven't cut that piece out yet. So I drilled all the bottom holes, and as you can see, put bolts and everything, cinched it all up tight. Now what I will do is I will cut this piece out of here, and we'll go from there. And weld that in, drill the holes, and we'll just take it one step at a time rather than tearing everything out and replacing it, because it's just too hard to line stuff up. So anyway, that's all we got for right now, and it's coming along slowly but surely. So stay tuned for the next one.